What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about another Spac company that is on the rise and could potentially be the biggest one out of them all. So that company is Pershing Square Tontine Holdings. Now if you aren't already familiar with what this company is, they are a Delaware corporation that is newly organized blank check company formed for the purpose for effecting a merger, capital stock exchange, asset acquisition, stock purchases. So basically what they're doing is they're trying to look for a company to merge with, just like all these other SPAC companies that I talked about. Now they can be merging with any type of company. They could be merging in the EV sector, they could be merging in the technology sector, the travel sector, whatever sector they want, just a company that fits their criteria. So if you aren't familiar with who is the CEO of the company, it's the billionaire Bill Ackman. So he is the chairman and CEO, and he's going to work closely with this company and has already had 28 years in the investment management industry and has been the CEO for the last 16 years. Now, if you aren't familiar with Bill Ackman, he is a billionaire just because all of the companies that he has managed and that he has rose to success with. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, they have not selected any specific business merger combination target yet. However, they do intend to pursue merger opportunities with private, large capitalization, high quality growth companies. So basically, companies that have a bright future, such as all the other EV companies that I talked about in the past. So they're looking for a great company that has a good potential. So this company was founded in 2003 and they currently have $10 billion of assets under management. Now, we don't know what they want to merge with. However, we do have some possibility of what they could be merging with based off of this article right here. So this article goes on to say that they hint at merging with some type of company and is looking at an employee-owned and family-controlled business for its potential merger. Ackman told investor Whitney Tilson in an interview, according to Bloomberg, Ackman previously indicated his special purpose acquisition company was eyeing mature unicorns and high-quality venture-backed businesses. So basically, they're looking at businesses that are already established. They already have a firm holding. They're profitable. They have a good balance sheet. So they're already in good standings. However, this company hasn't IPO'd yet. So they're looking for a company that hasn't IPO'd yet and they want to go public. So they're going to be doing this through this SPAC, which is what all these other companies have been doing. He did go to say that he's looking at companies within the $10 billion to $15 billion window. He reported in early September that he actually tried to merge with Airbnb, but the home rental company declined the offer in the early stage talks. Now Airbnb plans to hold its initial public offer in December, which is IPO. So the difference between the SPAC and the IPO is that the IPO, the company does it by itself, where the SPAC, they merge with a company to do it. So Airbnb is basically said, no, we're not going to do that with you. We don't want to merge. We want to do this on our own. However, if he would have got Airbnb, I think that would have been huge for this merger. But Airbnb wants to do that because they want to stick with just themselves. However, they're still on the lookout and there's not much more information on who they're going to merge with or if we have any news regarding that anytime soon. However, if that does happen and we get this news, I will be the first to report that for you guys, just so you can stay up to date on this news. Now let's take a look at the stock and see how it's been doing. Now, this is actually a little different from the other SPACs we looked at previously, mainly because this is a much bigger one. Now, in the other SPACs we looked at, we noticed that there was low volume, the price didn't really move anywhere. However, this is totally different with this one. As you can see, we've just been on this uptrend ever since we IPO'd, and we IPO'd back at $21. So this was more expensive one. However, you notice that even though we haven't really had too much news, this could have probably been the Airbnb news and we just gapped down and downtrended, but it's recovered and we have hit highs of $25. So you can see that we're clearly on this uptrend right now and probably would be a good time to get in, just because when they do announce that news of having that merger, we're just going to skyrocket and even more highs. We noticed with the other SPACs I talked about that they're in the $10 range. However, this one's in the $24 range. So we already know this is going to be a bigger deal just because it's an established merger and it's already a CEO Like Bill Ackman is already an established person, so more than likely that's why we traded so high, because they have hopes that they're going to merge with a reputable company, and that's the reason why they're a lot more pickier than these other SPAC companies, because they're trying to find a well-established business such as Airbnb that hasn't IPO'd, and they're trying to merge with them. They're looking for some deal between $10 to $15 billion, which is a huge lump sum of money. So whenever they do get this deal, this is just going to be a huge catalyst for this accusation group. And then when that merger happens, the ticker symbol is most likely going to change, as I mentioned in other SPAC videos. Now, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'll be posting all of the new news regarding Pershing and also all of the other SPAC companies in the future. So if you haven't, subscribe and turn those push notifications on, and I will see you in future videos.